see me do a lot about snaring or on snares and whatnot, but I figure take this opportunity, seeing how I have a decent little setup here. Got a good trail going through some small timber and cattails and whatnot over this way. Another one that comes over this way. And another one that splits off that way. And when we had snow, I could see where the coyotes was coming down through here, you know, hunting rabbits and whatever they could find to eat. So I just figured I'd do a little bit on setting up a snare. Biggest reason why you don't ever see me do anything with snares, I don't use a lot of them. And I don't use a lot of them because I think it's a little more challenging to catch them in a foothold and more fun, I guess. But anyway, let me set these trails up here and I will give you a shot of it and show you what it looks like when I'm done. Let me explain a little bit about the snares that I use. These are a dispatch type snare, which means they will kill the animal as long as it's caught around the neck. They are a cam lock system instead of like a regular washer. There's no relax in this lock. See, like when it travels, there's no creep back. It stops, you know. So whatever you catch in this, it will tighten down until they expire. I got a little piece of tubing for support collar, and then I attach all mine just to a tree, or if need be, an earth anchor is fine, you know, something of that nature. But they kill so quickly, honestly, you don't need to worry about them breaking your cable or whatnot. I'm using a 7-strand 16th inch cable. It's about the lightest you can get, and I promise you it will kill coyotes fairly quick. This is why snares are easier to catch canines in, because you're looking right at one right here. But in the camera, I don't know if you can see that very well or not. Now a lot of these guys make this out of heavier cable. They use washer locks or like a micro lock or whatnot, and they have to have a deer stop on them and whatnot in certain areas and certain states. But I got about the smallest cable that I would ever run. I don't even know if they make it any smaller. It's 7-strand 16th inch cable. Some people think that's way too small for a canine, or might cause too much damage, but these are a quick kill type snare. There's no aid, no dispatch spring, and yet they kill so quickly. It's just a simple regular cam lock. I don't know if you can see it right there, but when that slides down, there's no release like there is with a washer lock. And which I'll show you right here. You see that simple system. This moves up and down. I'm not too excited about them being shiny or anything, but that's all I had. You can paint them or however you want, but when that goes down, it will close down all the way to nothing. And I promise you, that will not back off. Which I can show you a video. I caught a coyote by the foot in a set similar to that. It must have just tried to step through that loop or over the bottom part of the wire, which is why I use a smaller cable, because they do see it. But to the naked eye, you're just walking through here, you know, you can't really see it, and it's set on a travel route, so you're not like alerting them like you would with, say, some sort of a scent post set or a dirt hole, things of that nature. It's easier to trick that coyote into walking into that loop on his daily routine than it is to come over and check your dirt hole out, especially if he's seen dirt holes or been pinched by a trap or dug traps up before. They get really smart to that. But you get in these little thickets in here on their natural travel routes, and snaring is very easy and very simple to do. The only thing I've brought with me is about 6 snares and a roll of small gauge wire and a set of good lineman's pliers. And I can go through here and I can set 2 or 3 of these snares in every trail, and if there's a pack of coyotes that comes through, I stand a good chance of catching 2 or 3 at one time, instead of when you have a single trap in a single dirt hole, only catching one of those.
I basically put a loop at one end, and I feed the head or the cam lock, which it's right there. You can barely see them. That's why I say that's why it's easy to catch these canines on this compared to any other set. But that cam lock right there, I feed through that little loop, wrap it around that tree, and then, like I said, I take my small gauge wire, I wrap it around that tree tight, run the snare through that loop, and then it becomes your support, which I have a little piece of tubing right there as a collar. But to the naked eye, you know, you can't even see it. So the coyote just comes through, minding his own business, and that closes down right on his neck.